Hey everybody, welcome back to Hearthstone Arena Northernlion's Den. Let's get started here. It's been probably 4 or 5 days since I played Hearthstone, and this is because I've been on such a terrible losing streak lately. And it's not that I got discouraged with the game. You know, other things came up. I wanted to finish Grand Theft Auto 5. I wanted to play some Chivalry Deadliest Warrior because I'm having a lot of fun with that. But then I decided, let's get back into it. And to a certain extent, it's also kind of like, you know when you play like Guitar Hero or Rock Band or something like that, and you get really frustrated, you're trying to like finally beat this song on expert that's really tough, and you just give up in frustration, and then you come back in like 2 days, and all of a sudden your body has built the necessary tendons and ligaments, you know, you can FC Jordan now or something like that. FC Jordan, by the way, not a Middle Eastern soccer team, but actually, you know, getting perfect on one of the songs in Guitar Hero 2. In any case, I'm hoping that my, you know, memory will be better now, my play will be better now, and I've taken a little Hearthstone vacation, and I will return and do a little bit better. We'll keep Pint-Sized Summoner. Everything else has got to go. Now, to some extent, there might be some growing pains here. I may end up having, like, an absolutely terrible time with this deck, because I may have drafted, like, the worst deck of all time. Greetings to you as well. Give a minion +2 health, draw a card. Seems real good. Yes, we will play Pint-Sized Summoner. Oh, wait, we can't play Pint-Sized. We'll play Northshire Cleric. What am I talking about? I think Northshire Cleric is still a pretty bad play on the first turn, but I really doubt that the Priest will be able to kill it. The problem is that the Priest deck construction now that I'm not totally familiar with. I can get some card draw out of this, actually. Apparently, like, the flavor of the... It only costs 1 less, yeah. The current, like, flavor of the week for Priest is to actually... Give yourself +2 health, draw a card. No, not yet. Is to draw all these, like, power word death and power word, you know, and cards that let you kill enemies with certain amounts of attacks. And then eventually you just mind control the enemy minions later. But I don't necessarily love that idea. Now, the question is, do I heal Northshire Cleric, or do I play Pint-Sized Summoner this turn and then heal it next turn? I think that actually is the best thing to do, even though I could get the card draw here. And then it's like he's got to prioritize, probably. He's got to take out either Northshire Cleric or Pint-Sized Summoner. And we can start to get an F-ton of card draw. We'll see what he chooses. Coin is going to give him 3 mana. He'll probably be able to nuke something now. The question is what? Or maybe he's going to play a creature? Okay, so he's got like a Wind Fury-based deck, which seems very strange to me. I could play a Light Spawn, but I don't think that's particularly good. I can kill this creature on this turn. If I... Let me think about how I do this, because I don't have Wind Fury, and I need to deal 3 damage. So it's like completely possible that I could, you know, sacrifice Pint-Sized Summoner for it. There's probably another way around it that I'm just not seeing. I could give Pint-Sized Summoner extra health and sacrifice Northshire Cleric for it. Like attack, attack. Yeah, I kind of like that, actually. Let's turn Pint-Sized Summoner into a 2/4. And then... Okay, so we have 2 mana left. This is exactly what I want, actually. Flesh-Eating Ghoul could be crazy good in this situation. But let's get some card draw first so we can get some more resources. So I think we attack with Pint-Sized Summoner, then heal Pint-Sized Summoner, get at least 1 card draw out of Northshire Cleric. That's a Fairy Dragon. And then we'll attack like this, and Thrallmar Farseer is now dead. So at least we got 1 card draw out of that, and Pint-Sized Summoner still lives. Next turn we have 4 mana, and we can get Fen Creeper out there, which is a really nasty card. 3/6 with a taunt. It means Pint-Sized Summoner is very likely to live for a long time. Alternatively, Flesh-Eating Ghoul, we're gonna live. He's just gonna attack us directly, okay. Alternatively, Pint-Sized Summoner could get out Flesh-Eating Ghoul. We could make Pint-Sized Summoner very strong, but anyway, we could also turn Fen Creeper into like a really nasty card. I would love to kill this card on this turn, though, so maybe we'll save Fen Creeper, and we'll send out like Flesh-Eating Ghoul. That'll be 2 mana. And it'll become a like 3/3 after this. Because I'll attack and live. And then we'll heal you for this. And now we've got some good stuff on the field. Okay. So I'm hoping that this is the right way to play this. There is, you know, Holy Nova could come on the 5th turn, which is a little bit of a scary card, depending on whether or not these guys live. But I've gotten value out of them anyway, even though I haven't taken out any health on the Priest. I have actually taken out a lot of creatures already. That was like the 3rd creature we've taken out, and we've only lost 1 of our own. And we got value out of it. We got a card draw for 1, basically. We card draw, and we killed a 2-mana creature. Maybe a 3-mana creature. I can't remember if it was coined. Okay. Now, Divine Shield, obviously annoying. Whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. This seems pretty good. I could Holy Nova and then take off the Divine Shield, but I would still lose a creature over the course of this. But it's better than losing both. You can go up to 4, right? So I do want to keep Pint-Sized Summoner alive if possible. I could Northshire Cleric, heal. Yeah, I guess. Let's try this. Again, I don't know if this is right, but the more cards I can keep in my hand, the better, because I have a board control advantage and a serious card advantage here. So we'll do this, and all of a sudden, now we have another taunt. Does Inner Fire do much for us? Not really. Okay. We also have Fairy Dragon, which I don't want to put out there just in case he does Holy Nova. So I think we'll sacrifice Flesh-Eating Ghoul. And we'll sacrifice a lot of health on our Pint-Sized Summoner. But we will get this creature off the field. And I definitely do not want to use Inner Fire. And I don't want to use Fairy Dragon either. Next turn we can always Holy Nova if we have to. But I do want to start getting some momentum soon. I've got some decent creatures in my hand. Inner Fire, you know, the longer you save that, usually the better it becomes. Oh my god, this is just like such a scum deck. Exclusively Wind Fury and Divine Shield, apparently. Whenever you cast a spell, gain +2 mana. Or sorry, +2 attack this turn. So again, this is a situation where I could Divine Shield. Kind of prefer using Taunt here. So I'd like send out Fen Creeper, heal Pint-Sized Summoner, and that would give me 1 card draw as well. So we might as well heal Pint-Sized Summoner first, just in case this changes things in a way that I have not considered. So we get Temple Enforcer. I think Temple Enforcer is very good. And then we could, you know, kill this thing. But actually, mostly what I want to do is actually maybe sacrifice the Northshire Cleric, although I think this is actually pretty bad. Let's force him to attack the Taunt instead. If I can get 1 more card draw out of Northshire Cleric, I'd be very happy. And again, the longer I save this Holy Nova, the better life becomes, I think. And Pint-Sized Summoner is a very convenient healing target. I could turn Fen Creeper into a 6/6. In fact, I can make it even better. Let's see what he does here. Lord of the Arena with Taunt. Not that much of a concern, quite frankly. And now, if he actually attacks Fen Creeper, it's kind of a waste, because I could very easily Holy Nova out of this. And what I could also do is, you know, next turn I'll have 7 mana. Temple Enforcer would give this guy probably 6 health, and then I could make him a 6/6 again. Surely he understands how Taunt works. I think it's probably still the right play to lose the Divine Shield, but we'll see. So he is going to. It's probably pretty smart. Let's see what we get here. This is an important turn, I think. He has 0 mana left. I'm feeling very confident, even though our health is the same. Okay, so we have Akanai Soul Priest now, which could allow me to deal 2 damage with my hero power, which is pretty good. But is this the turn where we use Holy Nova? This would also heal 2 to at least this guy and this guy, and we would get a ton of card draw. Oh man, okay, Holy Nova has got to be right here, and then we'll get 2 card draw out of this, including another Pint-Sized Summoner and another Holy Nova, so that's pretty good. Now, we have 2 mana left. What do we do? Well, ideally, I would love to kill the Lord of the Arena. We may have to sacrifice Fen Creeper to do so. Does that suck? Kinda? What else do we have? Mana Addict we can play. We can heal. I can take him up to... I can get him to survive, I think. Let's try this. I think it's better than playing another minion. And I think it's better than playing Inner Fire, too. Oh, so he's up to 6. Okay, he's still going to get killed. That was stupid of me in hindsight. And, you know, we will just do this, I guess. Next turn we can Holy Nova again if we want to. We have a huge card advantage. We have a Pint-Sized Summoner on the field and in our hand, so I really think board control is going to be easy. We're going to have 8 mana on the next turn. A couple of Temple Enforcers. The problem was I thought that I had, for some reason, thought that I had played a Temple Enforcer. Yeah, that's good. I've got good cards in my hand. He's probably going to enjoy whatever he gets, if I had to guess. I thought I had played a Temple Enforcer so that Fen Creeper actually had higher max HP, but that was stupid of me, because I hadn't. So, He's gonna want to get these off the field as soon as possible. Otherwise, I can lay down some serious problems for him pretty soon. Like, I should be able to get Pint-Sized Summoner to live on this turn and kill Fairy Dragon. Mana Addict may survive. We'll see, I guess. Actually, okay, I can't use Akanai Soul Priest to kill the Fairy Dragon. He's just tapping himself out of cards, quite frankly. My hand... No! Argent Commander! I love you, don't go! Okay, so... Temple Enforcer... I like a lot. What else do we have that could maybe be good? It might be good to get a Taunt down. Obviously, yes, Holy Nova has some value. In fact, I attack, and then Holy Nova. I get... Oh, what's the point of getting 2 card draw in this situation, right? Good point. Smart thinking. My thinking was that it might be good to get a Senjin Shieldmaster down here. 5 health. Then we heal Pint-Sized Summoner. And then we kill Fairy Dragon. And then we want to play like one more card after that. Maybe a Temple Enforcer. Okay, let's try this. Senjin Shieldmaster. Oh, but then we can't heal Fairy Dragon, but it should still work. Okay, so we put out Temple Enforcer. Because... Yeah, that actually fucked it up because I can't actually use Temple Enforcer now. But I can heal and I'll still have 3 mana left. So I think we heal Pint-Sized Summoner. This is not enough to kill Fairy Dragon now, though. But we will get a card draw, which is okay. And why don't we send out Thrallmar Farseer as well? I so rarely get a chance to use him. And he's Wind Fury. And then we'll do this and this, just so he doesn't get crazy buffed through Mana Addict. And next turn, Holy Nova can give us a ton of card draw, but we want to play the cards as late as possible. I think I'm making some misplays, but I also feel like I'm relatively in command here. He's only got 4 cards. I have too many. That's a problem, admittedly. Because we just discarded Argent Commander, which is actually like a card that has incredible value in my deck, especially for allowing me to finally take complete control of the board and then whittle him down. What's this going to be? Holy Fire. Sure. Okay, and then he'll probably kill Pint-Sized Summoner, but he'll only have 2 mana left and 3 cards, so I feel very good about that. Mind Blast. I don't think that really does very much, quite frankly, but if that's all he's got, that's okay. Now it's a choice. Does he want to kill Pint-Sized Summoner and sacrifice Fairy Dragon, or Northshire Cleric and leave Pint-Sized Summoner alive? So he trades. Probably a good idea. Now there is absolutely no point to using Holy Nova, but I do have complete board control. War Golem is the card that I don't want to send out, just in case he has mind control, right? So, let's start sending out some cards like Light Spawn. And this will be a 5/5, which is scary, but not too scary. Next turn we can Temple Enforcer it, and then maybe... we never need to use Inner Fire, but we can Temple Enforcer it. It becomes an 8/8. And I think we should maybe throw out another Pint-Sized Summoner just to annoy him. And then heal our Northshire Cleric, so we grab a card. And hopefully this won't be too many cards, and then we'll be able to do some damage this turn. Alright, so we have a very commanding lead. And I don't foresee this causing many problems. We could also Temple Enforcer our Thrallmar Farseer. He has Wind Fury. He would be a 6/6 Wind Fury creature, which is extremely powerful. Lightspawn does not scare me at all. I'm okay with trading Lightspawns because I got, more shit in my hand than him, so I can be reasonably sure that he's probably running out of options at this point. Yes, he cannot indeed heal his Lightspawn, so... if that's his go-to, that doesn't really bother me. There's probably a better way to deal with it, but we have another Lightspawn, actually. So why don't we just swap with this, mostly because it's going to be easy enough for me to keep this in mind. And then I do think that it's a good idea to drop a Temple Enforcer down here. And we can give +3 health to our Thrallmar Farseer. And now I do sort of worry about buffing him with Inner Fire. And I'll make him a 2/6, and then next turn... I can make him like a 12/12. So this is just by next turn Temple Enforcer and then also attacking, or also giving him Inner Fire. So if we wait a turn on that, I think our life turns out better for us. So again, I don't want to spend too many cards. Maybe we'll drop a Mana Addict as well, just so we have extra cards in our hand. Or extra cards out of our hand, I should say. And I'm doing this specifically so that... basically, I don't tap myself out, and then if he has a board-clearing card, then I find myself in a really fucked up situation. Whenever a minion is healed, draw a card. Okay, we'll just heal ourselves then. Could have played other cards, chose not to. Just want to make sure I have a huge advantage in board control and cards. I want to keep both of those. And I don't need to expel a lot to keep board control and to do a lot of damage to him. Okay, that sucks, especially since I do not have a mind control. And now things all of a sudden got interesting. But, so Deathwing is a 12/12. We have an Abomination. We can drop. Is this the best play? Probably. I think it is. So we drop like the Abomination. And I would love to buff it as well. But I think we can kill Deathwing next turn. And this is why it was good to not play so many cards. So I'm pretty confident that we will be able to kill Deathwing next turn. He'll take 4 damage for attacking it, 2 damage afterwards. That's 6. And then if we just buff our Light Spawn, it's done, basically. Yeah. Is he seriously not going to attack me with Deathwing? This is why Abomination, it just, I guess, stops this in its tracks, which is quite nice. Let's see what he chooses to do. He's got to, basically. Actually, it wasn't the greatest play to play a Lightwell there, because now it's kind of shittier, but we can buff it with Temple Enforcer and then kill it, which is good. I don't think we can lose this one at this point. Or we could just double his health, but I think Temple Enforcer is a smarter play. And then we'll just do that, and, you know, at this point, what do you want to do? There's not really much we can do. We could double Temple Enforcer's health. Shit, why not, right? Hopefully he doesn't mind control it. And we'll drop a Fairy Dragon as well, see what he chooses to do. Because next turn now I can make this Temple Enforcer a 12/12, and that's very strong, obviously. The thing I don't like about this Priest deck is that the games go so slowly. It's a badly built deck. If I can at least get 1 win out of it, I'll feel a little bit more confident. It's been a terrible run of form lately. I still have War Golem. If he mind controls Temple Enforcer, then I'll have War Golem. I have mind controls in my own deck. We're getting like to the end here. I only have 6 cards left in my deck. Hopefully Fatigue doesn't kill me. Okay, so he's got Leroy Jenkins. Gives me some creatures, which is cool. He's not going to be able to kill the Temple Enforcer anyway, so I'm not sure what he's really thinking about here. Interesting. I guess you got to do what you got to do, but I don't necessarily feel like that was the right play. Deal 5 damage, restore 5 health to your hero. We might play it because we don't have that much else to play. I'm just going to Interfire... wait, change your minion's attack to be equal to its health. No, that would be stupid now. Let's not do that. So that was maybe what he was on the lookout for, so that's pretty smart. Sure, we'll War Golem now. Because that seems right. And, do this, and we should win on the next turn. It's been a little slow, but that's okay. Holy Fire should allow us to take care of basically anything that he summons, and then we'll have more than enough damage on the field to kill him. So a very slow game, very, you know, control-oriented, I suppose. Dragonling mechanic is not going to stop anything, so that's a well played. Even though I was never really in danger, it was occasionally got a little tricky sometimes. Let's see what else we've got here. We are finally going to draw Thought Steal, which is going to be a very useful card in this situation. Oh, no, it actually is, because it copies from his deck. But let's not be an asshole. Let's just kill him directly. It was a good game, and what can I say? Back from a very short hiatus and able to pull out a win feels pretty good, considering I had lost like 9 in a row or something going into this episode. So we'll take that, and why don't we queue up for one more game here, which could quite reasonably be a death. It looks like we're going to get some... we're going to complete some daily quests as well if we end up winning. So this Priest deck, the problem is that it's so, like, not oriented for what I typically like to play. I like to play, you know, a Hunter deck that gets board control, but then, you know, also does damage to the enemy. Whereas the Priest deck, it's kind of one of those decks where it's like 2 heavyweight boxers, and they just kind of, like, keep each other at a distance for a while, and then in the 11th round, there's one knockout punch. There's, like, 1 turn where you do 20 damage, or 2 turns where you do 15 damage each, or something like that. So I built this deck kind of poorly. Mostly it's just like I don't really resonate. Like, the Priest play is not my style for the most part, even though Priest decks are everywhere in Hearthstone, especially in Constructed. You see them all the time now, which is why I don't like Constructed to a certain extent. Now we're going seconds. I don't particularly like Mana Addict, but what I do kind of like is... It's going to be basically impossible to kill Mana Addict on the first turn. So I'm going to throw Mana Addict out there. And then on the next turn, we can Power Word shield it. It'll become a 3/5 for 1 turn. Plus we'll get some card draw. And this will become a difficult creature to kill. But it's not very good. Certainly I would rather this be a Pint-Sized Summoner or something like that. But maybe we'll get a Pint-Sized Summoner on the next turn, and that'll, you know, throw a monkey wrench in my plans. We'll see anyway. Ideally, he would... Okay. It's not a terrible play. I was going to say ideally he'll throw out a minion I can easily kill with Mana Addict, but that's okay. So, on this turn, I think we play Northshire Cleric.
Is someone injured?
And, Power Word Shield, I still think is not great in this situation, so we'll just do this instead. The longer I can save this card and maybe use it for something else, the better life will be. So, what I'm thinking is that he plays a minion with, like, 2 health, ideally. Actually, a minion with 3 health would be okay. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then what I do on the next turn, assuming... Oh, no, he's probably just going to kill Mana Addict? No, you should kill Northshire Cleric, man. I guess this is fine either way. Should we just sacrifice Northshire Cleric? What would be funky is if we did like a lesser heal on him and then killed him, but we can't do that. I could keep Northshire Cleric alive. And this would actually give us some pretty useful card draw. So let's do this. So we'll go up to a 1/5. We'll draw a taunt for the next turn, which is pretty useful. Attack you and live. And then heal up and get another card draw. Okay, so these are not the greatest cards, but it's nice to get these cards in my hand. That was the first time, by the way, in the last game. The first time I've ever tapped out. Or, like, not tapped out, because my deck was very close to tapping out, but I had, like, no cards available, no card slots available in my hand. I'm going to guess that that is probably an explosive trap, but it could be a freezing trap. Could be a lot of things, I guess. Let's see first. If it's explosive trap, it's a freezing trap. I knew it! Now, what do we send out there? I like the idea of Light Spawn, because then Divine Spirit can go out. He could use just, like, destroy a random minion. If he uses that on a 4-mana Light Spawn, that's kind of okay with me. But we'll see. And next turn I can send out, like, a Fen Creeper or something like that. The Hunter cards I really respect. And if I'm an authority to talk about any class in Hearthstone, what is this? Destroy a random minion. Deal 2 damage. And Explosive Shot. Ooh, that's... Honestly, that seems like kind of a waste. Sure, he spent 5 mana to deal with a 4-mana creature. And not even, like, a particularly great 4-mana creature. If he could just do damage to it, then its attack goes down. So, I think he overpaid for that, for sure. Sure, you know, Northshire Cleric going out on the field would be nice, but, with 5 mana, I really just want to send out something that can't be killed by... Like, if I send out 2 creatures, then a multi-shot could take them out. I'm very glad that he used Explosive Shot. That's almost like the same value as a Holy Nova. Except it doesn't heal you, obviously. And if there's more minions, then it hits less, but... Anyway, I totally forgot what I was going to say. If I'm an authority on anything, any class in Hearthstone, it's absolutely the Hunter class, so... I really respect multi-shot, I respect Explosive Shot and Explosive Trap, so I'm going to try to keep my minions above 2 health on the field, if at all possible. Double a minion's health is awesome, except if he does, not Assassinate, but Deadly Shot, it just kills this guy instantly. You know, I get Holy Fire and just kill, like, wipe the board, basically. 6 mana to deal with a 5 mana, which I don't really like. Is there anything better? Temple Enforcer. Temple Enforcer comes out. But then I can't kill this. I can kill that, though. This will have 8. I kind of like... I kind of like Holy Fire and then just attacking the Squire, quite frankly. So that's what I'm going to do. Holy Fire. Attack the Squire. I like it primarily because it rhymes. And what can we do on the next turn? Now we can do some funky stuff. We can get a card draw with Northshire Cleric, obviously. I can drop card, heal, and then double a minion's health, and maybe we get Inner Fire or something later. Card advantage is basically the same. Ancient Brewmaster is a fantastic card, obviously, as I've talked about many times. Will not be possible to kill Ancient Brewmaster on this turn. We could silence the Loot Hoarder, which is a total waste, I think. Northshire Cleric, heal. This is a weird one. There's probably something better that I'm not thinking of. Double a minion's health I don't really like. Ignore the cat, it's okay. So it would be Northshire Cleric.
Is someone injured?
Heal and then play like Divine Spirit or Fairy Dragon. So our card draw is Thought Steal. This is okay. I'm glad that we got that. I suppose I should have attacked the Loot Hoarder before I healed, but I think we do attack Loot Hoarder and kill it. He's going to get the card draw out of it, but better than letting it do damage next turn. And maybe we send out a Fairy Dragon. I don't really want to double... Like, if we're going to double his health, we should have done it earlier. I'll send out the Fairy Dragon instead, so that we, at the very least, we can use Northshire Cleric and Fairy Dragon to take out the Brewmaster. I don't like it, though. It's a close game so far. It's, again, much like the last game, where we spend, like, the first, you know, 8 or 9 turns each, apparently, just kind of trading blows on the board, and then eventually we'll get to the point where we can, I don't know, trade some damage to one another. I mean, I did heal myself a little bit, but that was not totally necessary. Ancient Brewmaster is alive. A multi-shot would be real annoying right now. I don't know, is this like a second explosive shot? There's probably worse plays. But, I mean, he'd get 2 minions for it, but I don't think it's worth it. So he's going to steady shot me instead. Tundra Rhino is going to allow him to kill Fairy Dragon for free. Doesn't that... If you play Tundra Rhino, that creature has charge. He totally could have used that to kill... yeah. I think that was a misplay from him. You know, far be it for me to be critical of that, because that happens to me all the time. I think there's a way to do this that allows me to actually get some... Heals 2 health to all friendly characters. Here's what I'm thinking. We do this. I know this seems funky right now. But then we play Holy Nova, so we do get the card draw from Northshire Cleric, which could be very valuable. Then we probably... at this point, like... It's probably good just in case he has a beast-focused deck to get this card off the field. We have 3 mana. I could Thought Steal, and I could get like a multi-shot or something like that. Or I could just play like a Thrallmar Farseer like that, and maybe we can get some extra value out of that. I like the idea of putting another creature on the field right now, so let's do this, and we'll trade. So that's a fairly good turn of events there, I would say. And hopefully soon I can start to put some of my higher value creatures on the field. Not that there are many, but Abomination is very much like once I lose board control, toss that out there and get it back. Fen Creeper might be a high priority to send out soon. Mountain Giants. I do have, is there any way from... Charge Divine Shield. I do 4 damage. I don't think I can kill it. Let me think. Let me think about this. Silence. The Silence doesn't do shit. But we need to do 8 damage to this thing. I would love to, so... the other thing we could do is send out Abomination. But then he could Deadly Shot it, which I don't like. Charge Divine Shield. I do 4 damage to him. And then everything's gonna die. I kind of like the idea of sending out Abomination here, quite frankly. Maybe we do Fen Creeper first, which is a taunt, and then we go Abomination afterwards. So let's send out Fen Creeper. He's going to attack it, take 3 damage, and then it'll be easier for me to pull back from that, I think. We don't want to play too many more creatures, because obviously the longer... And we'll Thought Steal as well. We don't want to play too many creatures. Maybe I should have Thought Stolen at the start of it. What are my cards? Houndmaster and Master Swordsmith. Okay. Houndmaster's not going to do too much for me. I don't know if I have many beasts in this deck, but we'll just attack directly like this. Basically, I want to force him to do some damage with Mountain Giant. And as a result of that, or do some damage to his own Mountain Giant with the Mountain Giant, if that makes sense. He's got another taunt out there. That doesn't worry me too much. The Secret honestly worries me a great deal more. There are cards like when your opponent plays a minion, deal X damage to them. What is this going to be? We'll see. This is a weird one. A weird one for sure. Holy Nova, deal 2 damage to all enemies, restore 2 health to all friendlies. Okay, I can't play Holy Nova and Argent Commander on the same turn, otherwise I could kill this guy. I could silence the taunt. That seems pretty good. Then Argent Commander. And if I Argent Commander, then it does 4 damage. I can sacrifice like Northshire Cleric for it. Okay, let's try this. We'll see if he has like the kill a minion as soon as it comes out, basically. Silence you. He doesn't. Which means I should then be able to use Argent Commander to do, just seeing if there was like anything funky I could do with my heals or something like that, but I don't think there is. So instead we'll go like this, and like this. So, he could absolutely have Explosive Trap, which is why instead of using Explosive Trap, does he have 4? This is a 3. I don't want to use Explosive Trap, just in case it hurts me, so I would much rather, like, do this. This makes Thrallmar Farseer, like, a pretty bad card, quite honestly, because his, like, 4-mana card can easily trade with it. But anyway, I think that went reasonably well. If Mountain Giant is his, like, over-the-top, this is going to be my, like, GG card, then we've done very well. I'm going to assume that he has another one. But I still have my Abomination, which is fantastic because I can use that to reestablish board control. I still got creatures in my hands. He must have, like, a multi-shot or something that he wants to use now. Or just deal 2 damage. Yeah, okay, that's really good value for Arcane Shot. But, you know, the good news for me is that I did kill Arcane, or the Mountain Giant. And then he's got multi-shot after that? Or, like, what's going on here? He's tapped himself out of cards, which is, quite frankly, very good for me. You know what? Now that I think about it, he almost certainly did that to get Explosive Shot to work. So, are any of these guys beasts? Certainly not. Might as well just end this. This has got to be Explosive Shot. He's telegraphed it too much. Sorry, Explosive Trap, sorry. So we did that, and that's fine. We knew that was going to happen. I don't know what he's got in his hand. Why don't we play, we'll get a Pint-Sized Summoner out there. And I'm going to play a lot of minions to kind of mitigate the potential loss of, Abomination's not a beast, right? No. To possibly mitigate a multi-shot. So I'm going to send out a lot of creatures in the hopes that he will not be able to multi-shot absolutely everything. So we'll send out a Master Swordsmith. It's just going to make people a little bit stronger, and then we'll heal ourselves. And the reason I didn't use Divine Spirit on this turn is because I don't want to telegraph that I have it. So what we could do on the next turn, I would... Yeah! Okay, actually, you can't give Lightspawn any extra health, I guess. Because if you give Lightspawn extra health... Or you can't give him any extra attack. So he's going to get some card draw here, almost certainly, as a result of the Buzzard. He's going to lose these creatures, though. Oh, that is Taunt now? And what is this? Please don't be Explosive Shot. That'd be really annoying. Arcane Shot. Ah, no big deal. Sort of. So, there's some interesting stuff going on here. Holy Nova's probably a good play. Akanai Soul Priest could actually be amazing as well. Well, the reason I like Holy Nova, does heal 2 damage, heals 2 damage as well. So, is there anyone we can attack with that would live? No. So, instead, I think we Holy Nova, like so. And then, Akanai Soul Priest, like this. And then we kill the Buzzard, because this will now be... It's not restore 2 health anymore. Your cards and powers that restore health now deal damage instead. Then we attack you. Please don't heal him. Thank you. And then we can just swap like this. And then I'm absolutely okay. He has no cards left. What a weird deck. I'm now starting to get like a really kind of fond appreciation for this deck that is... it's making it possible for me to win. Mind you, I am playing against lower tier skill as well, because I started 0 and 2, but at least we managed to pull some wins here. Frostwolf Warlord is horrible in this situation, obviously, but he didn't have any other options, so shit happens. Temple Enforcer up to this guy, and we will definitely be able to win this turn. Double a minion's health. Light Spawn all of a sudden is a 16-16, and well played. Okay, so that was a... I was dreading a little bit coming back to this deck because I was pretty confident that I was going to lose very quickly and easily, but in actuality, we ended up... Oh, we only got 1 daily quest? No, we got 2 daily quests. That's awesome. That's 80 gold right there. And a couple of priest cards I can use in Constructed, but, you know, I'll just buy packs instead. Well, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this kind of... I mean, it's probably been relatively uninterrupted videos, but... by the way, people are like, oh, there's not Hearthstone every day sometimes. I realize this, and I'm sorry about it. The videos exist, like, they're rendered. I just have so many series, like, Let's Look at NLSS, Isaac, Nuclear Throne, like, all this stuff going on the go at the same time. Spelunky, etc., etc. So sometimes it's every video or every series has to like skip a day occasionally. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to click the like button. It does help me out a great deal. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more daily or semi-daily Hearthstone. There is a link in the video description below. Again, as always, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time.